welcome on back to the channel, everybody. I'm Kiki. Today's video, I'm going to talk a little bit about symptoms of Lyme disease, or at least what I've experienced. So they like to categorize Lyme symptoms in 3 stages. So the first stage is going to be the localized. This will be just about when you first get bit. You'll get the fever, the chills, headaches, joint and muscle pain, the stiff neck, all that good stuff. That is, they like to categorize that as it's just in the one area. It then moves on to stage 2 of Lyme disease, which then it begins to kind of spread out throughout the body. That's when you're going to get your numbness. Sometimes you can get nerve pain. You can get different paralysis, weaknesses of muscles in your face. You could get kind of meningitis, so that would be your severe headache, your real stiff neck, the fevers. That's when you can also start feeling the POT symptoms. So they say it's the heart problems. You could get some beat skips, lightheadedness, fainting, all of that good stuff. Then stage 3 is when it spreads throughout the whole body, including all of your joints. So stage 3 is a couple months to years after you get infected. This is when you'll start getting fluid acclimation in your joints. The knees are one of the heavier hit areas. This is when you could also start getting the neuropathy and all of that good stuff. The symptoms that I started feeling, of course, the POTS. That's the rapid heartbeat, the very lightheadedness when you stand up, when you change positions. You lose your breath real easy. I also got 2 co-infectors, at least. It could be more. I got Babesia and Bartonella. I got fatigue, all of my head issues, including my migraines, the new daily persistent headache, and the hemicrania continua. I never got the rash. A lot of people, if I would have gotten the rash, I would have known. It's called the bullseye rash, and that's pretty much right when you get bit. It'll look like a little bullseye, like, you know, the target symbol, wherever you get bit. I didn't get that. So that's why we really didn't know what was going on with me. I get the fevers because I also have tick-borne relapsing fever, which is Lyme disease. But I also get night sweats. I don't really get chills too much, but that is one of the heavier symptoms. I have a lot of muscle pain. I have a lot of joint pain. I got arthritis from it. I didn't know that arthritis could come from Lyme disease. The reason I found it was because all of my head issues, I was constantly getting MRIs, CT scans, my neck and my back hurt, so I was getting a lot of x-rays, which, come to find out, I also have a little bit of scoliosis, just a little bit, not enough for them to actually want to like put me in a brace or do surgery, anything like that, just enough that it's there. But I found out I have arthritis in my neck and my back, and that's kind of where it started, and then it started spreading. They think I have it in pretty much all of my joints at this point, especially my elbows, my hips, my knees, possibly my fingers. At this point, we're not exactly sure where, but it's probably everywhere at this point. I have a lot of neck pain, which I don't know if that's just from Lyme or if that's from the arthritis or if it's from both. It could be a mix of all of it. I also have a lot of sleep issues, so I have trouble falling asleep. I have trouble staying asleep. I've been taking Ambien to go to sleep, and sometimes that doesn't even work. My body will fight that off. I can't get enough sleep. I wake up, even if I was given a full night's sleep, a good 8 to 10 hours, I would wake up and I'm still exhausted. I can't get enough. I also have a lot of, like the brain fog. I have trouble pulling words that I've said my whole life. I could look at you and I could know who you are. I can lose names. I do end up slurring my speech sometimes. You'll notice sometimes sounds will kind of melt together. I'll stumble over words. I'll miss things. A lot of things that you wouldn't expect to be a symptom, it is a symptom. I've also noticed a lot of depression and anxiety, which there's also been the argument that, is it because I've been sick for so long without any relief that's just kind of causing it, or is it a symptom exactly of the Lyme? We truly don't know for a fact. On top of not getting the bullseye, I also really never got the swollen lymph nodes, so that was also a lot harder to diagnose for me. I do get some of the flu-like symptoms, but again, tick-borne relapsing fever, so I never know which part actually comes from what. When I was probably late teens, early 20s, these 3 fingers on both hands, I'd get a lot of numbness and tingling. Sometimes I couldn't feel it. There's still some points where I can't feel the tips of my fingers, but it was pretty much my whole finger, my whole thumb. It was mainly on my left side. I'm not sure if I don't get that as often because we're treating things, or if I just got lucky and I kind of outgrew that portion of the disease. I don't know. I don't know for a fact. My doctors truly don't even know, so I don't know. Going back to all of the brain fog and the neurological issues, there's definitely a lot of, sometimes I can't really follow a conversation. I'll hear everything that's going on, but it takes me a really long time to process what was actually said. So I will end up saying what and huh a lot, but I did hear. It takes my mind a minute to catch up. I do end up having a lot of vertigo and dizziness. That's another tough one for me because vertigo is, my grandma has it real bad, so I don't know if that's just something I got from her or if that's something from the Lyme. There's just so much about it that it's really hard to tell. There's a lot to catch up on, there's a lot to learn, and I feel like there's not enough research. Another portion of Lyme is it can definitely cause issues with vision. I've noticed sometimes my eyes get a little bit blurry. I mean, I wear glasses, so it's always kind of blurry. But there, the points where you try to blink it away and it just won't go away. I don't know if that's particularly the symptom of the vision problems that come with it, but that's definitely something I've experienced. I've also been told I have something called amblyopia, which means I can't see near or far because my eyes don't want to focus themselves. I wear bifocals to try to help focus my eyes for me. I'm technically supposed to go to vision therapy, but I see so many doctors that I don't want to do it. I need to, I just don't want to. So that's kind of everything I've been experiencing. It's a lot of things that I've been reading about. If I missed anything, please let me know down in the comments below. Is there anything with Lyme that you've experienced that I haven't? Tell me all about your experiences. I want to try to use this platform to bring as much information to everybody as possible. If you don't feel comfortable leaving things in the comments, as always, please feel free to send me an email. I'm going to have my email down below. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me, and we'll see you next time.